Hey, Joe, can you take us through the flagrant foul from your perspective? Just what you saw in that play, how you interpreted what happened.
Basketball play, refs got it right. Move on.
Angel, before the game, Tyler had said the three defensive priorities were to control the boards, control the paint, and limit transition. How did you feel like you guys did in those three areas?
Yeah, I don't think we did them at the best that we could. Obviously, first game, we got to look back at the film and do things better. I think we had definitely had good spurts where we could see that we could definitely get back and definitely rebound and definitely play in transition. So I think we just go back to the drawing board and look at those things.
How do you put this game in perspective with what you guys want to accomplish big picture?
Yeah, I mean, it's May. We don't want to look the same now in July. So take one game at a time. Like Coach said, we have 43 games left. So just taking our time day by day and learning from mistakes.
Angel, what you like about this offense process early, have the ball in hand now?
Yeah, trying to control tempo, trying to give some versatility and give some options to pull out the paint, to give Mills some options and also for our shooters on the outside.
Eric, can I ask you kind of the same question on defense? Like, what areas did you guys did well and which ones do you want to build on?
I want to build on our communication. I think what we did well is trying to find a way to scramble for each other. When we didn't give up on the plays. But like she said, I mean, we'll get better. We'll get better.
Any more for players?
Yeah, well, just want to get your thoughts on just the shot quality. I thought you guys got really good on the looks in the first half. Just want to get your assessments.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got some great shots. We may not have made them all, but I think obviously, like we say, it's game one. Being able to look back and 20 games that I'm finishing those and hitting those shots. So it's good to see that we can execute at half court and just being able to get those shots and get those open looks.
And when you receive a flagrant foul, things like that, you said it's basketball. How much emphasis you want to put on that as competitors? We said that.
She's already answered this question. We'll move on to the next, please.
And the last one, offhand finishing, how much of you worked on that? I mean, the right hand worked a lot tonight.
I'm right-handed, so
Any more for players?
We did see some of what you were talking about the new way you're gonna play, right? I mean, it's stuff you've done before. We saw you on the perimeter, saw you with 12-3. What was your comfort level with that style in a game?
yeah, I felt fine. Obviously, some more shots, more opportunities I could have made tonight. So just going back to the drawing board and looking at film and watching things I can get better at.
Thanks, players.
Thanks.
Move on to questions for coach. Anyone can start.
So you guys gave up 93 points, but I think at one before the last 2 minutes, you guys had held them to like 44% shooting. So how did you feel like it was you guys executed defensively? Like, I don't know. How did you feel?
Yeah, I thought that the consistency for the entirety of possessions is where we kind of fell short. It was we had a few possessions here and there. We just couldn't string them quite together, or we played well in the possession, then we gave up an offensive rebound or things like that. So just being able to finish and create more consistency.
Tyler, what was your opinion of the flagrant foul?
Basketball play.
What do you like about the offense process early and maybe where it kind of slipped up?
The offensive process.
The offense.
I think we got stagnant. I think it's one of those things you look at the scoreboard and you're down by 20, 30 points, and you try to get it all back in a possession or two. And I think that's where teams like Indiana can hurt you because they can get hot quickly. And so, yeah, I think that we got stagnant. The ball didn't move as much as we wanted it to, and we just got to get back to that. But we'll be all right.
What do you take from this? You go in with this vision of how you want the team to play. I mean, I'm guessing you saw traces of it today.
Yeah.
What did you see as far as your vision coming to life on the court?
The vision is still there. The vision is still there. The will is still there. We got each other's back. We got Angel's back. It's a team thing for us, and so we take this one on the chin. Indiana had a great day today. They made some shots that we didn't, and it's a team that's hard to come back from when you put yourself in a hole with turnovers and we missed some easy ones early on, and they capitalized on those tonight. And so we'll be okay. This game will not define our season. I can promise you that.
One thing we saw a lot in the preseason was the Sloot Cardoso pick and roll. Did you feel like that was? I feel like we didn't see that as much today. What do you think?
Yeah, I think their ball pressure took us out of what we wanted to do a little bit, and that's the way that we want to play on defense. And so their pressure disrupted us a little, but yeah, for us, we're just getting back to the drawing board and going back to work.
Ariel, she came out in the third quarter, it seemed like she was looking for a shot a little bit more. Is that something that the coaching staff talked to her about?
Yeah, we always want her to be aggressive, finding her shot. I think that we as a staff, me myself, can do a better job of creating some easier opportunities for her. So yeah, the team recognizes that they'll be better, and I can recognize that I'll be a lot better.
To the point about Camilla, there's a lot of that just making sure she stayed involved in the game, like from a ball movement standpoint, it's how you do it. She can't, not, I guess it can't, but she will not initiate most of them.
Yeah, I think that again their pressure made it tough, not just in pick and roll, but it made it tough for us to get her some easy post entries as well. And so we'll take a look at the film and see where we can improve. But they had a really good night tonight.
Fever that you saw tonight, how did they differ from what you'd seen from them in the past and on film leading into the
I mean, it's a new coaching staff. They added a lot of new great pieces. I think that coming into this, we had the same 3 preseason games that they had to see against us, and so but they're formidable. They're they got an interior presence with Natasha Howard and Leah Bossa, and then they got obviously the shooting and downhill threats in Caitlin and Kelsey, and then Bonner has a ton of experience in outside shooting as well. So they're loaded top to bottom. They got a great bench as well. And so, yeah, we got our work cut out for us, but we're up for the challenge. We're not backing down from anything. This is one game in the midst of 44 regular season games. So the message to the team was just staying together. Nobody said that this was going to be easy. We don't want it that way. We're tough. We're tough in that locker room, and we're going to stay together.
You guys had 9 players play 20 minutes or more. That's a lot. How do you feel managing the rotation?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the strengths is our depth, and so as we continue on the season, that's what it'll look like. I'd imagine, and so yeah, we're just trying to get continued looks at what's working, and in a game like this, you kind of have the luxury of seeing what works and what doesn't, and so but again, I don't see too many nights that we're gonna shoot this poorly, and so hopefully our ball movement picks up and we'll be okay.
Angel working on the elbow a bit. What did you just like from that to
Angel on the elbow.
work?
Yeah, I think that her and Camilla getting them comfortable with being on different areas of the floor. I think that's a huge priority for us and has been. And so we talked about that a lot in camp. We've worked on it. Putting Angel all over. I think you saw her handle on the perimeter some and bringing up in transition. And again, these are all adjustments and all things that are new for our team. And so just getting used to this new style of play. It's going to take some time, but again, we'll be okay.
What needed to be done better defending Clark?
Everything. I thought we did a decent job with her in transition. I think that pick and roll, she hurt us a little bit. And it's one of those things where when she can get it going scoring wise and facilitating, she's tough to stop. And so it's never a one person effort when it comes to a player like her. It's a group effort, it's a team effort, and you don't just guard her with one person, you guard her with all 5. So
any more for Coach? Last couple. The context of the game, could you feel emotions kind of simmering before that basketball play there towards the end? Like, could you feel the tensions kind of building at all, or was it one of those flashes, I suppose?
I thought at moments throughout the game it was physical, and then it was physical on both sides, then it was physical on one side and physical on the other side. So it was up and down. I think that yeah, it was a physical game. So we'll keep it there.
There was a moment in the game where I guess you like to respond better to just to stop it. Was it weird trying to get back into the game after a moment like that, or how do you think respond to that?
Well, I don't think that we ever stopped fighting. I think that we got a little bit out of sorts at times, just from a consistency standpoint, and being intentional on where we wanted our shots to come from and things like that. But I don't think we ever gave up in the game, and so that was positive to see. Again, the messaging is always continuing to stay together, and so it's tough in a game like this when you're down by so much to stay with it and stay focused. But I think our group did a good job of that.
Like the way your players responded there, just to that moment, it looked like somebody was coming over talking with Angel, coaching staff was talking with her, calm her down, make sure that it didn't escalate any further.
Yeah, I think that it's a little misrepresentation to calm her down. I think emotions were high on both sides, and so I think Angel reacted in a way that any of us would react in a moment like that, and so for her, I think it's just, and for us, it's the understanding that we are all in this together. we got her back in that locker room and on this coaching staff, and it'll continue to be that way throughout the season.
Tyler,
That's time for one
it's
last one.
interesting quirk in the schedule where you have now this break after the first game to reset, or I don't know, how do you plan to use that?
Oh, I mean, we're back to work. We'll watch film, we'll practice and clean up some of the mistakes that we saw today. But then our attention is to New York. This isn't a game, no matter what the score ended up being. If the roles were reversed, then, you know, we'd enjoy for the day and then forget about it and move on to New York. And so it's no different. We know the areas that we can clean up moving forward, and we take this one on the chin and congratulate Indiana. We move forward to New York.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, coach.
Next time.